This is quite unusual circumstances because we're in the Gulf Stream. We're doing 3.4, 3.5 speed over ground, and we're in neutral. So that is just literally the Gulf Stream pushing us. We're going to try and put up the code 0. I don't think it's going to work. We're just going to see what happens. So let's do it.
This definitely turned out to be the journey that tested our patience with the sails. I lost count of how many times we pulled it in, pulled it out, pulled it in, and pulled it out.
And we're not moving.
I told you. To be honest, I'm pretty impressed that it's flying. I didn't even think there's enough wind for it to fly.
Okay, we are moving somewhat.
It's not actually even completely unfurled, I don't think.
No, it's not. We are doing now 4.2.
So that's going to put an extra night on the sail. Should we furl it back in? There's no wind, babes. That's just motor.
Shame.
All the boats we're seeing with sails up, they're just cheating. They're just motor sailing. They're pretending they're sailing.
Right, we're doing 4.3, 4.4, 4.5.
Yeah, but there's 3 knots of Gulf Stream, so we're doing like a knot of sailing.
You know what though, to some people this is fast. To some people 4.3.
Who is this fast to?
Boats are like 8 meters.
Maybe a snail. To a snail this is fast. Okay, let's furl it in.
Okay.
With all the willing and wishing for us to sail, it just wasn't happening.
No pressure, look. I can literally pull it in. I can literally windsurf the boat.
James the sail.
Okay,
Okay, should I put the engine on?
yeah. So no, you can't sail in 3 knots of wind. Even with a code 0.
It was a moment. We tried, we didn't accomplish, and now we're motoring. Again. This is our second night as the sun is setting, and look at that moon. I think it's a full moon tonight. Not that we can check the internet, we just have to rely on the moon.
There are a lot of voices drowning in the sea. There's too many voices talking back at me. There are a lot of choices waiting to be made. Too many choices making me afraid. Dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're...
I thought about an hour ago when I was asleep, I thought I could hear Ellipsis, which is our friend Mike's boat, in the background. I was like, because the radio's on constantly, even when you're asleep, I think you can hear it, but you're not consciously hearing it. So I was obviously hearing it, and I was hearing somebody else talking to Ellipsis. And then Mikey's just called us this morning. It is 8:30 in the morning, day 3. And James is just giving him coordinates of where we're going.
It is 76 degrees, 40.30 minutes over.
I'll put these in on my coordinates and I'll just follow you guys up there. You guys, it doesn't look like there's going to be much wind until maybe this afternoon. Over.
Yeah, so we may motor for a while, but yeah, we'll get back on that course.
We're doing like 5-6 knots telling with the
Yeah,
code 0.
hold on, let me just find out if I can see you on AIS. Can you find him? Can you
Yep,
see him on
yep,
it?
found him,
Yeah,
yeah.
Philippa says we can see you on AIS, so that's good.
He's doing 11 knots at the minute.
Yeah, let's put the sail in, I think.
It's a shame though, I mean, what time will we get there in the middle of
Well,
the
at
night?
the moment it's 10 o'clock the next day, so let's put the engine on. And
Do you think?
Yeah.
It's a shame. Okay, so I'm releasing this one, aren't I? You ready?
Yeah.
Having realised we were going to be arriving so late, we yet again put the sail away. For now.
Hey, we've got to go 0 out and the wind's picked up now as well.
Always the way. Woo! Where is he? Where is he? Oh,
Coming.
just as I was, my eyes were closing.
That's the secret to fishing. One of you needs to go to sleep, and you'll catch a fish.
Wow, Mikey's right behind us. There's Mikey over there. Always good to meet a fellow friend in the middle of the ocean. Wow, isn't he gorgeous? Whoa. The rum's gone down rather a bit.
You're getting pretty good at this, aren't you?
Hello, Mikey.
So our friend Mike has found us, and he's Hans 575. We're about 100 miles offshore, and he snuck up on us.
Mikey! Would you like a coffee?
For those of you that remember our friend Mike, he featured in an earlier episode rather naked, so we were quite prepared for the possibility.
Are you naked?
Last time we saw Mike, we were broaching.
Oh no. He's very close and he's coming towards us.
We're going to pay a left to starboard mode.
Okay, he's pointing towards us. Hello.
That's all right.
Oh my god.
As mad as it seems, there is something quite euphoric and quite amazing to plot coordinates and be able to meet another human in the middle of the ocean. How amazing is that?
Our friend Mike, we've met up in the Gulf Stream about 100 miles offshore. We saw him on the AIS early this morning, and he's caught up with us.
We were just wondering why Mike had pulled away from us, and we suddenly realised that's because he's actually motor sailing. The little cheat. They were thinking he's just cruising along, he's going to overtake us any second, and then he just switched off his engine. Hans 575 or the Bavaria C57.
Don't start that again. We've had a really nice passage up to now, but we're on the last night, and the sea state's got a bit little bit choppy. It's a bit rolly, and the wind's coming from directly behind us, so we've still got the main out, but it's flapping a lot, and we're not doing great speed. We're doing about 6.5 knots now, and we're motor sailing, so that's not so good. But we have done pretty well. If we look at our trip calculator, we've averaged 7.8 knots so far, and we've done 451 miles in 57 hours. So that's pretty good. Today's been a little bit slower, but we've got 102 miles left, so we should get there tomorrow morning. So hopefully the sea state will calm down a little bit, and hopefully it'll be another comfortable night. Or that's what we're hoping for anyway. What's on the menu tonight, Admiral?
Mahi mahi. I think there's something under the boat, aren't they? Woo! Woohoo! They're loving it.
Oh yeah, they're at the bow. There's loads of them.
Yeah, they're loving it. Woohoo! This is day 4. We're about 3 hours out before we get to Moorhead City in America. As you can see, it's raining, which is not great, but I think it's going to brighten up. I can see some positive weather over there, and the sun's dying to get out. James is snoozing. Just before James was sleeping, we were having a discussion about what we're looking forward to most when we get to America, and I think for me, one of the things that we've missed out on in the last sort of 8 months is the supermarkets. So being in such small and remote places, you don't get all the foods that you might wish for and dream of. And when I had this discussion with James, he said, well, what is it that you're looking for? And I said, fresh sauerkraut, fresh yogurt. And when I asked him what his were, it was McDonald's, Burger King and KFC. Oh, look at that rain cloud over there. So funny, you can see it so much stronger on camera. You can see all the rain coming down there in the middle. Looks like a big stream coming out of the sky. I've just had my first sighting of America ever. How many times have you been to America?
2 or 3, I think. 3, I think I've been to America.
If I hadn't told you already, this is my first time in America.
We can't wait to get there. We've had a really good passage apart from the last night. Last night was really rolly, had up winds up to about 28 knots at one point. And then this morning it's pissed down with rain, so... It's
just been, the waves have been confused though, haven't they? They've been all over the shop.
Yeah, it's pretty shallow here. It's only like 19 metres deep here, so I think that's why the sea's a bit confused.
We're looking forward to having a nice shower, nice hot warm shower.
And a nice burger.
We're just coming into the channel now, and it's extremely busy. We have 5 boats ahead of us. There's a cat in front of us, and there's another few sailboats in front of us. And then behind us we have another sailboat, a cat behind that. Mikey's somewhere in the distance. We think he's put his sails in, but we don't know where he is. Can't even see his mast anywhere, which is strange. Bit of a grey day today, but we've brought the sunshine with us. Very, very excited, if you hadn't guessed already. I'm not sure what he's doing. There's not really very good rules here coming into the channel. Nobody is staying in either side of their lane, in inverted commas. Yeah, so, and even people are not even staying in the channel. Anyway, just keep our eyes and ears and everything else open. It looks very industrial, doesn't it?
Well, I think where we're going is...
Some serious fishing going on there. Hello, America! Woohoo!
Is that America? Is that America? Is that the whole of America?
It's an American family who represent America.
Moorhead City is in the state of North Carolina. There is a thriving sport fishing community here because of the continental shelf and the Gulf Stream, which runs up from Florida. With its power and warm current, it is a sport fisherman's dream, bringing with it species of fish, such as the Atlantic blue marlin and other predatory billfish to the area.
Wow, that little walk up there felt really nice.
It's a massive bay, but it's really shallow.
Well, hello.
I think I'm going to go on before you back that cat.
Okay, remember, you'll probably spin because of the tide.
Alright.
Okay, cool.
Anchoring here was slightly a challenge. The tide changes, which is always an added issue for safety. When we anchor, we always use the charts to check for map depth, and the depth sounder is always on. Where the sea is tidal, we need to ensure that if we swing around from either the tide or indeed the wind, that A, we aren't likely to pull someone else's anchor up, or B, hit the sea bank, which means we need to ensure enough room for these possible situations, which will become clear why I've said that very shortly.
Our anchor's like over there somewhere. Over there. When this tide comes in and out here,
Yeah.
it's like almost like a river. So we're gonna spin for sure.
Yeah, for sure. James and I have just done a little clean up and we had a shower. So feeling a little more refreshed. We're still super tired. Our eyes feel like there's needles in them, but we've got to go and check in. We're going to have some lunch with Mikey and then we're going to sleep. Whoa. My first
does
session
count,
to America. Yay!
Next time, aboard Aequus. I watch on in horror as a yacht gets forced up onto the bank as the tide changes. And after another early start, we brace ourselves for Hatteras. And as we explore Norfolk, we have the pleasure of meeting a real and very charming veteran called Tony aboard battleship Wisconsin.